Hi, Lucy here from Gluten Free Kiwi with installment 2 of the low stress diet. What are stress foods? Well, stress foods are just that. They are products that put stress on your body and cause inflammation. And you probably know the usual suspects, which would be things like sugar, white flour, bread, pasta, energy drinks. They can even be things like coffee, which is stimulants. They can also be things like medicine.
We are going to embrace our inner caveman or cavewoman, and we're going to go back to basics and avoid anything that comes out of a package, anything with numbers, anything with a crap load of ingredients. We want unprocessed foods in their raw form. What does that boil down to? Well, think of this in terms of your plate. We want to eat about 40% carbohydrates from vegetables in a variety of colours. We're going to cut out the sort of grains and rices and starches in the beginning to see if they cause us issues, and just go really back to basics. And also, leafy green vegetables and coloured vegetables are packed full of nutrients, which are going to be great if you have any sort of nutrient deficiencies from gluten intolerance or celiac disease, which can, as we know, give you an upset stomach and stop you from absorbing the nutrients from food. We also want to eat some good protein, so about 30% protein, and that could be from meats, eggs, and fish, and about 30% fat. And I mean, there's some wiggle room there. You could go within 10%. It doesn't have to be exactly this, but that's what we're shooting for. Foods we're going to be eating are going to be unrefined. They're not going to be processed. They're going to have some nutrients and some colour in them and not come out of a packet. They're going to promote well-being and make us feel good. They're not going to inflame our body and make us feel all farty and bloated, and we're going to drink lots of water and get lots of nutrients in. You want to eat your greens and eat vegetables in a variety of colours as long as you suspect you're not allergic to them. So we're talking broccoli, spinach, kale, courgette, eggplant, anything you think you're not allergic to. I had to steer away from tomatoes during this time, as I suspected I had an allergy to them, and they're actually from the same family as the nightshades, which is, as we know, deadly nightshades, quite an itchy plant, so it makes sense that they were upsetting me. I also ate a lot of protein, so that was things like fish, eggs. I actually cut the legumes, beans, nuts and seeds out because I suspected they could be causing me issues, and just took it back to just meat, and then I added those in later. So it depends on what you think you're allergic to. I found it best to dial it back to just meat and veg, and then add the legumes, beans, nuts and seeds later. And then you want to get some good fats in. Now you need fats for hormone production, and essential fatty acids are really great for your body. So I got those from things like olives, vegetable oil, so a bit of olive oil drizzled on my salad. I love eating avocados, and of course I left the nuts and seeds out because I suspected I could have issues with them, and I added them in later. And of course there's fat in fish as well, things like salmon and tuna. And we are going to avoid sugar, anything processed, anything containing gluten, be it white flour, cakes, biscuits, anything sweetened, anything with chemicals, preservatives, additives, artificial flavors and sweeteners, anything like diet soft drinks, herbicides, anything with added hormones, any takeaway or junk food, caffeine, chocolate, alcohol, or cigarettes, anything that's going to stress your body out, and anything you think you're allergic to.
Now we also want to avoid stress, so you need to remember to relax, breathe, and actually sit there and chew your food. I know one of the biggest causes of leaky gut is food actually leaking into your bloodstream because you haven't chewed it properly. So just take the time to sit down and actually enjoy your meal. Think about where it came from. Think about, those lovely green leaves glowing in the sun. Think about the cow that's just been running around the field. So what did I eat while I was doing this? Well, to tell you the truth, I was inherently lazy, so what I would do is roast up a big lamb on the weekend and buy lots of leafy green and coloured vegetables, and I would just eat that for most meals. I also added in salmon when I got sick of that, so salmon and salad for lunch, just for a bit of a change. And I did that for about 6 weeks and was feeling super clean, and I had all the good fats in my body. I reduced all the stress from the carbohydrates, and I have to say going without coffee for that long was a real struggle. Now I was also doing some supplementation during this time to support the gut, because obviously when you're giving up sugar and carbohydrates that your body's really addicted to, you need to be supporting it with antioxidants and good bugs so that you don't get all the gnarly side effects of detoxing. So I was taking a vitamin mineral boost, like high dose vitamin C tablet, and the bonus was that boosted the antioxidants in my body and made my skin look awesome. I was taking an omega-3 supplement just to get those good fats in there, and they're good for all sorts of things like inflammation, your skin, your joints. I was also taking a probiotic. When you're detoxing, you're basically releasing a lot of nasty toxins from inside your fat. That's where they're stored. So you can be feeling really ratty, particularly around the 3-day mark. 3-day was gnarly for me, especially with no coffee. So supporting the good bugs in your gut is a good way to help keep that balance so you don't end up feeling like crap, essentially. Oh, one last thing. I was using magnesium oil. I actually am terrible remembering to take supplements. So I love putting magnesium on my skin rather than taking a supplement, and that's part of my nighttime routine. So I will rub magnesium oil or magnesium body lotion on my forearms or on my feet or my calves, depending on what's a bit tight, and I'd use that to relax, but also support my magnesium levels while I'm detoxing, because it's actually one of the most common mineral deficiencies.
That is our second installment of the Low Stress Diet Elimination Diet short course. In the next video, we're going to talk you through adding the allergen foods back into your diet. This could be things like gluten and dairy, how to add them in and keep a food diary so you can figure out what is causing issues for you, and also some suggestions on dealing with that. Now, if you like this video, please help us out and spread the word by sharing this video with a friend, liking us, commenting on us, subscribing to us on YouTube. We love putting out content like this, so it's always nice to know that people are actually consuming it, and I'll see you in the next video.